Hey, what's up, guys? All right, Jake here asked something about how do I use two phones for cold calling, and then the second part of the question is more if I get spammed or like flagged as a telemarketer because I'm like calling a lot of my normal phone or not. So the first answer to the question, and I actually have something for anybody who watches this that can help me out with. So the first thing is this: the reason why I use two phones for calling, as I said before, is because if you get a script, I mean, if you get a list of people you're going to be calling, whatever the list is, so far every list has been, this applies to every list I've ever called, right? 80% of the time, 70% of the time is going to be used to just listening to ringtone. People who are not picking up, receptionists and stuff like that, right? It's most of the time is spent not talking to the decision owners, which is why, cold calling has the name it does, right? And then like once you get to the decision makers, then that's the points we actually live for, or like, that's the whole point of it, right? But that's only a small percentage of the time in the whole time you're calling. So if you double the rate at calling, you're shortening the time you need to get to the decision maker by half. That's the whole idea, and that's exactly how it works. If I could, I would call with four phones, but I can't. Like, literally, I don't have four arms, right? I can't do that at the same time and I'll be okay. I tried three phones before, but I would get like, scatterbrained, and I would like, lose track and stuff like that. So two phones is just right for me. Now, the thing I have to ask you guys, if anybody knows, this is a tool I knew, I heard of some time ago before, and I could, from time to time I start to search it, but I never find it. I never like get the solution to this. And the thing is called something like Mojo Dialer, right? This is, I believe, a tool. I never was I never actually got access to it, but something like the tool called Mojo Dialer, apparently the real one, you need like permission through like invitation or some shit like that. I'm not sure, right? This is stuff I heard like a while ago when I was like looking into real estate. But all it's supposed to do is, you take a list of numbers, let's say like, Excel sheet, whatever, and you feed it to this tool. And it's going to dial through all of them. Whenever somebody picks up, it's going to connect you to the call, and you can talk to them. If more than one person picks up, you can have a pre-recorded message that's going to play automatically, right? So let's say that pre-recorded message is something like this, like, hello? Hello? Hey, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let me call you back. Let me call you back. And it hangs up. So what's going to happen is two people you answer, the first person you're talking to, if the second person is also a decision maker and they answer, it's going to say that it's going to play that voice tone. So it doesn't ruin the fact that, you're using something like this. So later on, you can see, it's going to show you which one connected. And then right after this call, you can call this guy back and carry on, right? So if you guys know anything like this, let me know. I want to try it out and see if it works, because fuck. If that works, then shit's going to go down, because then we're talking about a point where I could probably call like 1,000 people a day, right? Like if I could just feed them the entire script lists and shovel that into that shit and only talk to people who's like, it's like decision maker after decision maker, and I'm just talking to them. Holy shit. Your hourly rate worth per hour, of cold calling is going to be ridiculous. So that's that, just a fantasy for now. But let's go to the next part of the question, which is it a Google Voice number? Do you cold call using the same caller ID as your official business number, or do you use a different caller ID for cold calling? Telemarketers tend to get flagged, so I don't want my main business number to get flagged for spam. I use my normal number. I've been using it for years. I don't know, it never happened to me. Nobody ever told me that I came up as spam in the caller ID or anything, so I'm not sure why telemarketers get, I'm sure they do. I just don't know what are the things. Like, are the system's able to tell that they're from outside the country, or maybe from the same type of block of call numbers they're using automated calls. I'm just talking out of my, I have no idea, right? I'm just thinking from the way I know things get penalized in PBNs and trying to apply it to calling, which I don't think it applies like that. But to answer your question, I have one phone here, which is just comes with my internet package thing from Optimum. I don't know which country you're from, but they have packages here. You can get internet, cable, and this thing. I don't take cable. I have internet, and then there was like a deal where I can get twice the internet speed if I take the phone along with it, something like that. This comes out to be like $12 a month or something like that for extra line. So that's my land phone. And the other phone I use is my personal phone, like cell phone that I use for daily living every day, right? And I just call directly from that. And I never had any issues. So that's that, man. Peace.